Charlie Sullivan is the highly successful, championship-winning head coach of men's volleyball at Springfield College. Now he's gotten word he'll be heading to Brazil this summer as a member of the coaching staff for the U.S. men's Olympic Volleyball Team. Coach Sullivan came in to tell us what this means to him and more.
It's always an honor to be with the national team and to be with, have opportunities like the World Cup, World Championships is great, but the Olympics is what it's all about. It's the biggest tournament by far in our national team schedule every 4 years. And when I got the call, I was just really happy. It was a big honor. It's also an honor to represent Springfield College at the Olympics with our history and traditions. That's just an awesome opportunity.
I know you said in a piece the college sent me, it's the world's most iconic sporting event, and I've always dreamed of coaching the Olympics.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been to the World University Games and the Pan American Games, which are modeled after the Olympics, but it's just that the Olympics are times 100 and everything. And just to be around the athletes is really cool, but those athletes might have those other tournaments might have some athletes that are hoping to be with their national teams and in the Olympics, but this is it. These are the best athletes in the world, so it's a great opportunity.
You mentioned, and I want to talk about it more because it's a big deal. You've been with the national team before. You've been at the Pan American Games, been at the World Games. So did you have a sense of maybe I'm heading in this direction, or is that the kind of thing you don't even let yourself dream about? You kind of worry about jinxing, or your reaction when you got the call, you said.
Yeah, I know. The head coach right now, John Sproul, I worked with him quite a bit, and when he got the job a few years ago, he had called me to do a bunch of different things. They take consultant coaches or extra scout coaches to a lot of tournaments. Sometimes when the national team's playing and they have to enter a B team or a young team in like the Pan American Games, I was able to be the head coach in that opportunity, in that instance. And when last fall in September, the team played in the World Cup, and the World Cup was the first qualification opportunity for the Olympics. Just the winner went to the Olympics. So I went to that tournament, and we won that tournament, and I thought that's pretty cool. If we can win at the World Cup, maybe he'll carry the staff over. And it's just not so easy. There's so many spots that are coveted, and a lot of opportunities. There's fewer opportunities in the Olympics. So to get the call, I wasn't sure if I would, even after the World Cup. But to get the call and have John say that they had a spot for me in the Olympics was pretty cool.
You do know this team you're going with pretty well, I would think.
Yeah.
You did spend, 3 weeks or so with them, Japan, the World Cup. Yeah. Been a consulting coach, scouting opponents. What's your sense? I mean, there's a feeling, obviously, that this team's a real contender.
Yeah, for sure. The World Cup, Brazil didn't attend because the host country automatically qualifies. Mm-hmm. And they're probably one or two in the world right now. So without them was maybe not as indicating of the victory there, the winning of that tournament. But for sure, this team, the American team, it's amazing how well they're doing. They're very young. And we won the World Cup with 3 players in the starting lineup that had not played professional volleyball. And that was a big deal. And not to have that experience and still to put that product on the floor and play at a high level was really impressive. So our USA team, sure, they're really their goal is really one thing. So
you're no stranger to international competition by any means. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you were the head coach for the U.S. national team Pan American Games 2015. Am I right on that?
That's Pan Am Cup 2015, Pan American Games 2016. I was the head coach. Correct. Yeah.
Okay, I beg your pardon. I should have known that. But now the World Cup in Japan, the team was 10-1, I think. Yep. They beat Argentina in the final, and Argentina, I know, is usually a power in that sport. They're highly regarded. You mentioned too that it was the first opportunity for the U.S. men's team to qualify for the Brazil Games, first chance,
right?
And they grabbed it. That's a big deal. That takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a grueling tournament. It's 12 matches. It's just round robin, and you're playing 12 matches in 15 days, which is a tax on it. It's really tolling on the guys physically, and so it becomes a little more of an endurance event at the end. And the last match was versus Argentina. We lost to Poland, but it came down to tiebreak that we got the win with Poland, so the number 1 spot. So it's pretty cool.
Compare and contrast a little bit for us. Competition when you get at this international level, national teams, Olympic level, as opposed to when you're coaching at the college level. I mean, it's serious, and you take it seriously, no question about it. But I would think there might be maybe a different intensity.
Yeah, there's differences. The court looks smaller at the international level because the players are so much bigger.
Yeah.
I remember being in the elevator with I was scouting the Russian team, and I noted the setter was not as big, and maybe we could run some offense over him, but I got in the elevator when that night, he must have been like 6'8", and I looked up the centimeter conversion in the middle were 7'3". That's why he looked small. So there's definitely some differences there. But I was amazed when I first started. years back scouting at the international level, how there's still similar tendencies, and it really comes down to fundamentals at any level. So these guys they're really good athletes, but they're also doing things fundamentally sound, which really helps them be the best athletes in the world. So differences and similarities.
I wonder, is there a little bit of a downside maybe to qualifying early, having won the World Cup? Do you go in kind of as, having a target on your back? Everybody says, there's the guys we got to beat. That's the team.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. The other downside is that if we didn't qualify in Japan in September, then we would have assembled a team back together for a few qualification tournaments. Since we didn't have to do that, the team didn't get back together. So actually, other teams might have gotten more preparation, more training in mid-year in the January, February season months that we didn't get. So there's some pros and cons for sure. But I think to get the qualification out of the way is definitely a relief for sure.
I wonder too. I mean, winning the World Cup and qualifying automatically or so quickly like that's got to say to a team, you guys work well together. I mean, it's got to be a confidence builder.
Yeah, it's a credit to the permanent coaching staff and the players of the national team. They really worked hard, and they've done, and like I said, a very young team that was supposed to be a transition quad 4-year term has really excelled and played to a great level.
Tell us what you know of at this point. I guess you got to fall back on the Pan Am Games or the World Cup, but do you have a sense of what you're going to be doing, what your schedule is going to be like when you're working with the team in Brazil?
Yeah, pretty much the same stuff. I mean, you're either in the gym or behind a laptop watching matches and getting ready for the next opponent. But it's just similar stuff, just another scout, another opportunity for some more eyes to look at the next opponent and see if they see any things and get any indications of what's going to happen, how we can prepare and scout them. So,
I wonder sometimes, I think a lot of us who aren't involved in a sport maybe as directly realize how important scouting is. Because you're looking, as you say, you're getting to another match, or you're looking at teams' tapes, you're looking at them on the internet, anything you can find, trying to spot that obvious move, that weakness, that something somebody does that signals what they're going to do. That's an amazing assignment.
Same in any sport. NFL has these people, that scout opponents or watch video after video. I remember one Olympics they asked some college coaches just to watch some video too. So I took Germany and watched 10 or 12 matches, and I could tell you if the setter went like this, what the tell is. That's going to happen next. And all for naught, we didn't even play Germany. They didn't get out of the first round, so we never saw them. But we have preparation on all the teams, and that's the other advantage to be at the end of this 4-year cycle. That we've seen these teams in international competitions all 4 years. So a lot of the scouting reports, a lot of the preparation is done, but there's always more to do, like you're saying, to get a little more indication, another tell.
Well, Coach Charlie Sullivan, congratulations. We're also happy for you. Have a great time at the Olympics.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure.